Welcome to my channel. My name's Sam and I am the sleep deprived baker. Today we're going to be making the first in our tutorial series of fondant. We're going to be making marshmallow fondant today. It's really easy. It's got a very simple ingredient list. We're going to use 1 cup of marshmallows to 1 cup of icing sugar and about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of water, plus a little dab of butter because butter makes everything better. So said my grandma, and I believe her. You can just go to town on this recipe. It's amazing. Just double it up, quadruple it up, whatever you gotta do to make your cake. You got this. So I've gone ahead and added 2 cups of marshmallows into my bowl, and it's simmering over a double boiler, just kind of makeshift because that's what we got going on here, because this is my house and this is where I live, and hey, you do what you gotta do to make things work. So again, we have 2 cups of marshmallows in our double boiler. Alright, I am going to go ahead and grab just a little bit more water because it doesn't look like that's going to thoroughly coat those marshmallows and get that cornstarch off there to help them start melting. So just another splash of water in there. Yeah, maybe not a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, but not a whole lot. So now we're going to just mix that around. Let those marshmallows get nice and melty. Because I'm going to make black fondant today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a couple of teaspoons of cocoa powder. Just going to hack those in there. You know what? I'm going to go for a third just to help darken it up before I add in my black. Okay, so we're just going to mix that in there, get that cocoa powder going. Our marshmallows are nicely melted now. Looks like we just got to break up the rest of their little marshmallow shapes that are held in there by that gelatin, which is actually what's going to make our fondant work with this marshmallow. Chocolate mixed in there nicely. Okay, so I have a, let's see if you guys can see this. This is one of those nut scoops. And I like to use this just to scoop out my food coloring. And I'm gonna kind of use a heavy hand. I know it'll kind of give it that flavor of black, but it also will help to give it that color of black. So you do what you gotta do. And honestly, most of the time I tell people not to eat this fondant stuff anyway. It's just really pretty to look at. All right. So we've got our black mixture in there. I'm just gonna mix that up a bit. I may end up adding more once I've gotten the icing sugar mixed in, but we will see. It's looking kind of grayish, dark brownish right now, so I probably will have to add more in. But then there's probably some dye left on my spatula. All right, so we're gonna pull that off the heat. We're gonna go over to the table. We're gonna add our 2 cups of icing sugar in, and we're gonna knead it until it is some dough. So I'll be right back as soon as we're over there. We're gonna go ahead and kind of fold that in to our nice dark chocolatey smelling mixture. Little splash. We'll check out what happened there. Okay, I think it might be time to have a hands-on experience here. So the best way I found is to put a bit of butter on your hands or a bit of shortening. A lot of people like to use the shortening rather than butter, but I do prefer butter in pretty much everything I do, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Butter in my hands, and I should probably just be doing one hand with this, but that's okay. And we're just gonna bring it together like a dough. And you'll see as we work that together more, we may need to add a bit more water. And right now I have a very brown, but a very nice feeling ball of fondant. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my black dye, and we're gonna fold a bit more in there just to try and get it a bit darker. All right, so I'm gonna add some more of our black dye in there. Same technique, big scoop, throw it in the middle. This time I'm gonna wipe it right off my pick. And then I'm going to come back after I put this away and fold it all in. I'm just working my last batch of black through the fondant in hopes of getting a bit deeper of a color. I don't want it to taste like black, if you know what I'm saying. But against the white fondant or say a skin colored fondant, this will definitely appear to be quite a dark color. So I'm not too worried about it. And there we are, a nice dark colored fondant. It's not quite black. I find most people, if you want to get black, you really got to buy it from the store. Sometimes I try adding in some yellow and some blue, and that really helps as well. But right now I'm quite happy with what I have here. So I'm gonna wrap this up in some cellophane, and I'm gonna put it in an airtight container until I'm ready to use it. All right guys, thanks so much for watching my video. Again, my name's Sam, and you have been watching The Sleep Deprived Baker. Click that subscribe button if you like our videos, and maybe ring that bell if you want to see when the next video comes out.